Hi everybody, I am the Mystical Moonlight, Deanna Carr, and I'm here today. We are going to go over some basics to Reiki, and to do that, we need to talk about energy and how to feel it, how to connect to it, and how to cleanse it. So, first off, I hope that everybody here has a little bit of insight on how energy works, how we need to cleanse and clear, and how the basic chakras are. So we have our crown, our third eye, throat, heart, solar plex, sacral, and then our root chakra. So those are the main chakras we'll be working with. Each one has a different reason for us to use it. Each one has a different power or energy. It helps work with us. And when we have negative energies around us, or they, are a little more potent with the negativity around us, you're going to feel a difference. You're going to notice a difference. So the best way to help you is to keep them clean and clear. Now, some of you may have traumas or experiences from either past lives or even from this lifetime, and we contain blockage. So it can be from getting it from somebody else. It could be from stuff that we've done. A big one that I see on a regular day is the heart chakra and that being clogged and a casing around it because we're afraid of the emotions that other people have given us. So we're going to go over some of the basics. If you don't feel comfortable with any of this, there should be a Reiki practitioner near you. That way they can really help get any of those big blocks away. Doing the basics on ourselves, that will definitely help. But sometimes when we work with a bigger issue or a problem, we need help from others. And that's okay. We can start clearing ourselves afterwards, but that initial cleansing and clearing, we may need a professional that really understands energy work to help us. So to start off, we need to make sure we have a clean and clear space. And I do not mean just physically, I mean emotionally and energetically. So we're going to get into a space that we feel comfortable. Okay, that's the first step. And then we're going to make sure it's clean and clear. You can either call in your guides to help clean and clear it for your highest and best good. You can, burn some incense or sage, whatever you prefer. We just need to get it clean for you so that way you're not putting all that negative energy back into your chakras. So once we get our space clean and clear, call in our guides, all that, we're actually going to bring in universal energy. So when we do a Reiki session, we're not using our own energy. You're going to get tired. A Reiki practitioner, if they gave their own energy every time they did a session, they would be wiped. They would be taking on other people's issues, and it's really just unhealthy for us. So by using universal energy, you're just bringing in energy from above to yourself. So to do that, we are going to connect. So this may take some time for you to really understand how to connect to this universal energy. For me, I like to see it as a tube of light flowing straight up into the sky. And that's how I visualize that energy. Some of us can easily connect, and for some of you, you might have to meditate. So just sit down for a moment, close your eyes, and you can ask your guides for the highest and best good to bring in universal energy to help cleanse yourself, to clean yourself of any chakra blocks, any negativity, any Klingons that are weighing down, and allowing healing energy to flow through. If you feel that you're getting a drain through this Reiki session, then once you're done, contact me and we'll figure out what happened and where it went wrong. Okay? If this is your first time practicing Reiki, there could be some issues. That's perfectly fine. It is natural. You're working with energy and working with something that you're not used to. Okay, but we're going to try to get through this as swiftly and awesomely as possible. Okay, so to start off, we need to figure out how to feel energy. Most practitioners understands how energy flows, how they can feel the energy, when it's too much energy, when they need more energy. So that basic intuition is really important. Hopefully you have it and you're listening to it already. If not, we're going to have a little bit of work cut out for ourselves because it comes with time and practice. So, to start off, the way to feel energy, in my case, when I first started learning how to do Reiki, is I would rub my hands together, like so, and then I'd hold them apart. Now, this action just gets the friction, it gets the energy flowing. It feels kind of weird, and hopefully you have smooth hands. But once you move it apart, you should feel the energy start to go back and forth between both hands. If you don't feel that, you can do the same thing over. And you could also close your eyes and try to relax. If you're focusing on like, I can't feel the energy, it's not going to happen for you. Just relax. The energy will flow. It's already there. We just have to learn how to work with it. So you'll feel a little bit of a tingling in your hands. Perfectly fine. That's the energy flowing. You've got it. If not, like I said, just keep working with it. So hold them apart. You can spread them apart further. You should still feel the energy vibration between both hands. It's kind of like a ping pong ball, or I forget the one game where it goes from one wall to the other, it bounces back and forth. It's the same thing. The energy is flowing back and forth between both hands. Now, the closer you hold it, the more intense that vibrational pattern should be because the energy is pushing off at a closer distance. Basic physics. At least I think it's basic physics. Now, we are going to start. We have our crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and root. It's very important that you start from the bottom. I already messed up. It's very important that you start from the top and go to the bottom. If you start from the bottom and go up, you're just going to collect all that negative energy up in your crown, and that is not good. So top to bottom, okay? Just think of it as flowing down. We want energy from the universe to come through. Anything negative can go back down into the ground for repolarization. Clearing, cleansing, whatever you would like to call it. It's perfectly fine. It goes back down through our roots. Okay, so we're gonna start at the crown. Get your hands rubbing together. Get that energy flowing. And we're gonna start. So what you're gonna do is you're going to start at your crown. Right now, I can feel a great energy vibrational pattern between my hands towards my crown. Now, I love working with my head. I love when I work with my crown and my third eye, I can feel the vibrational pattern. Usually when I work with my crown, I can really feel it vibrating like the top of my head. You're just going to find the position and where you can really feel that energy flowing. So just keep moving around, and you can also do this. I'm talking, you should do this in quiet, relax. You'll feel it more. You're just going to find that position, hold it, allow the energy to flow, get that speed back up. And when you feel it's time to move on, it's time to move on. If you're like, hey, I need a few more seconds, I'm not ready here, then stay, okay? This is where that intuition comes into play. And you can't see your chakras, so this is all how you feel. If you feel like, ooh, I think it's up here more, then do that. Whatever you're feeling is working, do that. Okay, so now I'm done with my crown. I'm going to move to my third eye. Now, you can go all around your head. I mean, it's not like it's just right here. You can move your hands around to whatever works. Personally, I like it closer, and I like to kind of go right in front of my head. It's so nice. Like I said, it's great vibrational pattern. Just sucking in that energy. And you should be able to feel that vibration no matter where your hand is. If you feel like your hands are too far, you may not feel it as nicely. So just bring your hands in a little bit further and just keep moving. Once we're done here, we can move down to our throat. Now you can see I have my hands at a tilted angle, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to keep your hands like this. We're going to do what we feel is right. Okay? You can stay there as long as you like. You're following your intuition. Like I said, move them how you want. Okay. I'm going to move down to my heart. Some of you have a lot of blocks here, so it might take a while. If you feel like a panic's happening, if you feel pain, like physical pain, let's call a Reiki practitioner and get a professional in, because they know exactly what they're doing. And sometimes if it's too much trauma from a past, then we need somebody else to do it, because we are holding on to a lot. Now I'm going to get up. You're going to see my big belly in a second. Okay. I'm working on my heart. Now we're going to work on our solar plexus. It's a little bit lower down. Now my stomach's at a weird angle, as you can see, baby bump. But it's a little bit lower than our heart. And then I'm going to move to my solar plexus, which I consider mostly over my belly button. And honestly, for me, mostly my head. I like to work with my head mostly. These are set, and this is where you just have to follow your intuition. Now our root is a little bit lower. It's kind of like in your pelvis area. And I'm working over a belly, so it's a little harder for me to, get to a comfortable angle. So just go where you feel comfortable, and then you should feel it flowing through you. By the end of this, so that's our last one, it's our root chakra, and that's towards our pelvis, like I said. You should be feeling lighter, more relaxed. Like I said, if you're feeling a physical pain, reach out to me or a practitioner in your area so that you can get the help you need for that specific chakra, because there could be a bigger block than you think. Okay. Thank you all for watching. I hope that helps you with the basic information for self Reiki healing. Just remember, don't do this with anybody else. We need to get you on the basics and how to work with the energy before you practice on anybody else. If you start doing that without knowing what you're doing, you could put negative energy in them. You could pick up their energy. Okay? Thanks.